Thanks for tuning in. This is Sweet Cyclist. Today we're going to be reviewing the DZR S24O cycling shoes. So here we have one of DZR's latest collections for the spring 2020 season. This is the S24O shoe. This was previously released as a limited edition, but has been reintroduced for spring 2020. What's really cool about DZR, it's a San Francisco-based company, and they make a lot of usable and functional cycling shoes. And instead of making these kind of dorky cycling shoes, they make them really attractive sneakers or more urban chic style, combined with the functionality you need to ride pedals. And they even have SPD compatible shoes. So a really cool company, and it's nice to see commuting or backpacking specific shoes on the market. Starting out with the box, I think they've done a really nice job with the design here. Even though it's a standard cardboard recyclable box, you see the logo on here really nicely printed. The gold and black are a nice contrast to each other. Recyclable box. We'll go ahead and open this, and you can really see they have a great design sense, because even as you open it up, the inside liner, instead of just using a basic plastic or paper, you can see it's actually DZR printed all over it. So really cool, and along the inside of the cardboard box liner too, as well as this little DZR for life on and off your bike. So really cool, a lot of attention to detail here. Specs wise, these shoes are $149.99. They come in sizes that range from 41 to 47. And you can also get these in two different color options. The color we have here, which is the mustard color, which looks really good, or the navy color. Now these are a real leather exterior with a natural gum traction link design on the bottom. And what's really cool about this model specifically, it is compatible with SPD pedals. And SPD pedals are a mountain biking style 2-bolt pedal. And they use a recessed cleat, so you can see you can actually remove the center section and put your cleats in, or just ride it as a flat pedal. Now, if you've ever done commuting, you know that riding pedals can be really uncomfortable, especially with really soft shoes, as you can feel the pedals. But with this, they've actually added some nylon reinforcement along the midsole to make sure you have good power transfer, but still have enough flexibility that you can still walk. Now let's take a look at the weight of the shoes. If I take the left shoe, that comes in at 538. And if I take the right shoe, that comes in a little bit lighter at 524. So definitely on the heavier side. So now let's take a look at the fit and finish of the DZR S24O shoes. If you're wondering what the name of the shoes means, it's actually an acronym for Sub 24 Overnighter. And these are actually designed for bike packing. And what's really cool about these shoes is they look really sleek, especially in the mustard finish. This is definitely a shoe you can wear in the office and no one would know that you're wearing a cycling specific shoe. So really nice to have the functionality of cycling without giving up style. And especially finished in this mustard design, it really looks good in urban settings. Now what separates a standard shoe from a really good shoe? It's all about the details, and with this, DZR has packed a lot of nice details. So let's start from the back. You see this really nice reflective element here. It's actually shaped like a chain link. It's a nice subtle nod to cycling, and makes it a little bit safer when you're pedaling, so as you're moving around, people will see from the back. On the outsides of the shoes, you'll find this little tag, a metal tag with DZR on there. So a really nice subtle logo on there, as well as the DZR logo on the tongue. The lace itself feels really nice, and a nice contrasting color with this brown and yellow. You'll notice underneath the lace, there's a little elastic band as well. So this is really cool. This is designed for any excess lace, so you can simply slide it underneath and hold it securely. If you ever had a lace get stuck in your shoe, you can know it's either terrifying or it can actually really discolor your laces. So this is a cool feature to make sure you don't get stuck or get lace grease on your lace. The other inside is pretty standard. Now these shoes aren't perfect. You can see little imperfections on each of them. Extra thread on some of the laces and some of the under material exposed, but overall really sleek design. On the inside of the shoe, this is a Euro 44, as you can see. Has a nice flannel finish. So really cool and really matches the character of the shoes. And they feel quite soft, and you can see the whole upper is really soft with this leather material. Now despite the stiffened sole here for cycling, You can see the back of it is still flexible, so you can still walk on it. Unlike normal cycling shoes, which is rock hard, this has a more variable stiffness to make sure your midsole is really secure while the back is still flexible. Now on the sole itself, you have another nice cool design element. You have DZR printed on here as well as chain links. This is a natural gum sole that provides really good traction, and this nice little subtle detail will really sets them apart. So really nice to see these little details in a shoe. Also, this is the removable portion. So with 2 wrenches, you can take this out and then install a 2-bolt SPD style cleat. And what's cool about that is now you can get the performance that you get with clipless shoes and still be able to walk with them as it's recessed inward. So really nice mountain biking style cleat that's really great for commuting. So first step with the DZR is we have to remove the little cover on here. So get a little Allen key, pop this off. So with that off, this is what you would typically see. You see a 2-bolt design. So it has some adjustability here as far as placement, so you can move this back and forth. The actual cleats that come with the Bontrager pedals are SPD compatible, but pretty similar to SPD. You can see they're not left or right specific. So the idea here is we simply place the little indentation forward with the arrow pointing forward. Position it however you want to place it. You want to usually get this about mid-foot for optimal power transfer. So place it about there. Take our little washer cover thing, put it on there. We'll put a dab of grease on our mounting hardware just to prevent corrosion. So you don't want to over tighten these beyond the torque limit. But what you can see is even with them installed, it actually sits flush, so you can still walk, which is a really cool feature. Now that we have the shoes set up, let's go ahead and take them out on the road. Despite how awkward I look here walking on camera, they actually walk pretty well. It has a variable thickness design, so the backs actually do flex, and you don't really feel the bottom of the sole. They're not as comfortable as, say, a running shoe, which is all knitted, but it's quite close, and especially with the leather top, it's quite soft. Now on the bike, I really like the fact that you get the SPD compatibility and the ability to use a platform shoe in comfort. What I have here is the Bontrager commuter pedals, and here I'm actually using the SPD cleats right now. The only issue I have with the SPD cleats is you can see here as I'm disengaging, I felt like I had to kind of wiggle them to take them off. I think the soles kind of get stuck because of the recessed design. Otherwise, on the platform side, they feel really comfortable. It's thick enough that you don't feel the pedals underneath your feet as you would with a really thin-soled shoe. So it's a good balance between the two. Now let's give the S24O shoes a final rating. We're going to grade it on 4 different categories: design, comfort, closures, and value. In terms of design, I would give it an A-. I really like the dual functionality and the casual look. This is a shoe you can easily commute with to work, wear it in the office, and then come home and nobody would know any better. Closures wise, I'd give it an A. It has a simple lacing pattern, and with a little elastic catch on the tongue, you can easily put any additional lace under there to prevent it from getting stuck in your chain. In terms of comfort, I was actually surprised, so I give it an A. They're easily walkable with the variable thickness sole and comfortable both on and off the bike. So overall in value, I'd give it an A. This is a really nice commuter shoe with the casual styling that means you can easily wear it around town as well. So you can get a lot of use out of these shoes. Thanks for watching this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can see more content from us at our website at thesweetcyclist.com, as well as follow us on Instagram at thesweetcyclist. This is The Sweet Cyclist reminding you to enjoy the ride.